The Suzuki Jimny is the embodiment of the phrase, "Don't judge a book by its cover," and this tiny off-roader is getting even more powerful for 2025. They just pulled the covers off the all-new Jimny Sierra pickup, and today we're going to take a deep dive into it. Suzuki was already on to an instant winner when they brought the fourth generation of this funky SUV to the market in 2018, but 2025 will mark the first time that a pickup truck body style will bear the Jimny nameplate. Contrary to popular belief, the Suzuki Jimny actually has an illustrious history, with the first generation going on sale all the way back in 1970. Since then, this tiny Suzuki has gone on to become one of the most recognizable cars in the world, be sold all across the world, and make a name for itself as an unprecedented off-roading giant killer for 4 generations straight. The rumors of a Suzuki Jimny pickup truck have been floating around for several decades, and the company is finally getting ready to pull the trigger for 2025. This news comes hot off the heels of the release of the extended wheelbase 5-door Jimny, which takes the tried and tested 2-door formula and turns them on its head. We think it's better to take a look at this updated Jimny, as this is what the upcoming Jimny Sierra pickup truck will be based on. Dubbed the Jimny XL in some markets, this new entry to the lineup is more than worthy of the XL moniker. In terms of dimensions, the Jimny 5-door equipped XL boasts a significant increase in size compared to its 3-door sibling. With a length of 3,820 millimeters, it offers an additional 340 millimeters of space on the interior, which translates to more legroom and improves passenger comfort significantly, especially for those in the rear seats. If you know anything about the original Jimny, you know that these seats were only good enough for short hops or strictly for small children, but the additional leg space transforms it into a true 5-seater. However, the width and height remain unchanged at 1,645 millimeters and 1,720 millimeters respectively, ensuring that the new Jimny XL retains the iconic body silhouette and excellent maneuverability in tight spaces that we have come to know and love. The wheelbase also sees a substantial stretch of 340 millimeters extending to 2,590 millimeters in the XL. Not only does this add to a more stable ride, but it also increases the cargo capacity to a far more usable level. Speaking of the cargo space, the Jimny XL makes a significant leap forward compared to that of the 3-door model. With the rear seats upright, the Jimny XL offers a generous 211 liters of boost space, a far cry from the meager 85 liters that we saw with the 3-door variant. If that's not enough for you, folding down the 50-50 split rear seats unlocks more than 1,113 liters of additional cargo capacity, which is a sizable improvement over the 830 liters offered by its little brother. The expansion in the cargo area makes the Jimny XL a more versatile option for off-roading adventures and city driving alike, and making it a perfect travel companion for those who require hauling gear or equipment on the regular. As with all good things, there are a few minor trade-offs with the Jimny XL's larger size as well. The increase in size adds an extra 90 kilograms to the curb weight, bringing the manual transmission variant to 1,185 kilograms and the automatic transmission model to 1,200 kilograms. As you might have guessed, this has an impact on the XL's fuel efficiency, but this is to be expected from a vehicle of this size. In addition, the turning circle also expands from the nimble 9.8 meters of the smaller Jimny to 11.4 meters. While it is still maneuverable, this is something to consider if you constantly find yourself in tight parking spaces. It's also worth noting that unlike the 3-door Jimny, which is manufactured in Japan for Australia, the Jimny XL hails from India and caters to the global markets, so there might be some concerns over build quality. Another minor drawback to the Jimny XL's increased cargo space is the gas strut supporting the side hinge tailgate. While this is a convenient addition, its travel is slightly limited, which prevents the tailgate from opening to a full 90 degrees. On the bright side, the tailgate hinges are positioned on the right-hand side of the vehicle, which allows for the tailgate opening to face the curb when parked, making loading and unloading cargo safer and more convenient compared to a traffic-facing tailgate you'd find elsewhere. Now that you know all about the Jimny XL, it's time for us to shift our attention toward the star of the day, the first pickup truck to bear the Jimny name, the all-new 2025 Sierra. As we mentioned, the Jimny Sierra takes the XL's 5-door body and adds a sizable 4.5-foot bed to the back. The wheelbase is further extended to accommodate the truck bed and support its weight, but it's worth noting that the Sierra will be shorter in length than many small hatchbacks currently on the market. Despite taking on the role of a pickup truck instead of an SUV, the aesthetics up front will be exactly what we've become accustomed to with the Jimny. The boxy grille, almost vertical windshield, and the G-Wagon-esque body will remain the same, but around the back is where the magic happens. With the rest of the Jimny being adorned with boxy lines, you can expect the bed to get the same treatment. Expect the rear to look similar to that of the Jeep Gladiator, with a pair of vertical taillights adding to the intimidating appearance. In addition, this new pickup truck will have unique Sierra badging, letting everyone around you know that this is no ordinary Jimny. Under the hood, the Sierra will share the same tried and tested powertrain as the rest of the Jimny lineup. The global variant of the Sierra borrows the 101 horsepower naturally aspired 1.5-liter K15B inline-4 engine, with its 102 foot-pound of torque giving this lightweight pickup truck plenty of oomph to zip about town. This won't be the only powertrain Suzuki will offer with the Sierra, however, as the Japanese variant of this pickup will get the 658cc R06A turbocharged inline 3-cylinder to comply with the car laws of the land of the rising sun. The transmission choices will also be similar to what you get with the regular Jimny. Once again, the 5-speed synchro mesh manual comes as standard, while a 4-speed automatic transmission will also be offered in higher trim levels. Speaking of the automatic transmission, it will be paired with a heavy-duty transfer case, letting drivers switch between 2-wheel drive, low-range 4-wheel drive, and off-road 4-wheel drive models. The 2025 Jimny Sierra pickup truck will be pretty similar to both the regular Jimny and the Jimny XL on the interior as well. Durability is the name of the game here, so don't expect any fancy leather or Alcantara lining on the seats or the dashboard. Fabric seats are all you get, and they are perfectly adequate for what the Jimny has been designed to do: take people on off-road adventures without hurting their pockets. The Sierra will also borrow the larger 9.0-inch touchscreen from the XL, which was an upgrade over the 3-door Jimny, which only came with a minuscule 7-inch unit. Wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto have also made the jump, as is the DAB digital radio and satellite navigation. The Jimny Sierra pickup truck will not be lacking in the safety department either. Automatic LED headlights, traction control, lane departure alert, adaptive cruise control, and automated emergency braking will all ensure that you keep facing the right direction. And if the 15-inch alloy wheels decide to break traction and take a peek skywards, there are 6 airbags to keep you and your loved ones safe. Creature comforts aside, the Jimny Sierra's off-road prowess also deserves some attention. After all, this is what put the original Jimny on the map back in 2018, right? With the Sierra borrowing most of its components from the Jimny XL, don't be surprised when we say that the off-road performance of both models is quite similar. Just like its SUV counterpart, the Sierra has 210 millimeters of ground clearance, more than enough space to clear any obstacles you'll come across in your off-roading adventures. We expect it to also share the XL's decent approach and departure angles, 36 degrees and 47 degrees to be exact. In addition, the Sierra will also have the same 24-degree ramp-over angle, with the waiting depth expected to be around the 300mm mark. But above all else, the characteristic that will set the 2025 Jimny Sierra compact pickup truck apart from its closest rivals like the Ford Maverick and Hyundai Santa Cruz will be its ladder frame chassis. While Ford and Hyundai have banked on a crossover-like unibody construction in their compact trucks, the Sierra will hold true to the traditional body-on-frame design, which you can currently only find in mid-sized and full-sized pickups. This seemingly old-school choice might raise some eyebrows at first glance, but for serious off-road enthusiasts, it will be a game-changer. The ladder frame chassis of the Jimny Sierra gives it a distinct advantage when it comes to durability and strength. Unibody construction, while lighter and offering a smoother ride on paved roads, can be less forgiving during off-roading adventures, which is why you'd find more Mavericks in the mall parking lot than off-roading trails. In a unibody pickup, the body panels themselves are part of the supporting structure and can be more susceptible to twisting and flexing on uneven terrain. The ladder frame, on the other hand, acts as a separate, incredibly strong foundation for the Jimny Sierra, allowing the suspension to handle bumps and impacts more effectively, protecting the truck bed and cabin from being strained. And the benefits don't end there. The separate chassis also makes maintenance and repairs far easier on the Jimny Sierra, and considering things are bound to break as you tackle tough terrain, this will be a handy trump card to have under your belt. So what do you think about the Jimny Sierra? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more exciting videos just like this one.